big red button, make sure you see that timer clicking up. And we can short shift up into third gear. Alright, I mentioned I would talk about what drive mode we are currently in. So we are in track mode, but our PTM is turned on. So our performance traction management mode is in sport settings. So traction control is in that sport setting. So you do still have traction control and stability control even though those lights are illuminated. By law, they have to be turned on because we are slightly reducing the capability of those systems. So you do still have traction control and stability control. It is just acting a little differently. That being said, I'm going to roll onto the racetrack here. I'm in third gear. We're going to start our warm-up lap. Alright, let's practice that driving line as well. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. I'm also going to call out the shift points as well and the turn numbers just so you have a good idea what turn we're going up to and through. So right now we're in turn number 3. We should be still in third gear. Now I'm approaching my chicane. I'm going to upshift to fourth gear. I'm going to pull on that right paddle. Put me into fourth gear as I enter my chicane. Spacing my car out about 3 feet from that near apex. Now any of these tall orange with the green sleeve, you can get all over the curbing where they're located. Approaching our pole, I'm going to be braking in a straight line down to third gear, then I'm going to let the car come to about the middle section of paving. Looking down through the corner, looking for my apex here in the bottom of the bowl. And I'm trying to make a straight line up the hill here, so I'll have to do some right steering to make sure I'm parallel with the track. And my steering wheel is straight when I finally crest. Fourth gear. Smooth steering over to the left. Approaching 5A and 5B. Alright, so this morning's session on the racetrack, we kept the speeds capped at 65. Moving forward, there is no speed limit. You drive to your comfort level and only drive to your comfort level. Make sure you're feeling comfortable and confident in the car. We don't want you to go into a corner and just try and make it through. I'm going to be guiding you along the way. If I understand you doing everything correctly, I'll let you keep going. If you're doing stuff wrong, I'm going to have to choke you up. So I'm going to maintain about 5 to 6 car lengths from you as the student behind me. If you're a student behind another student, please maintain 5 to 6 car lengths. That being said, we're going to start picking up the throttle here a little bit more. I'm going to coach you along the way. So we should be in third gear on the approach now to 1A, 1B. We're also going to be doing 3 laps apiece before our rotation. Alright, Mike, so drive to your comfort level. We're going to upshift to fourth gear. Got your big straightaway here, start rolling into the throttle. Right over to that brake marker, braking when it just meets up with our front bumper. And smooth steering through turn 3, down to third gear. Rolling into the throttle, we're going to go up to fourth gear, entering the S's. So a little tight on that near apex, that white with the pink sleeve. You want to be about 3 feet from that cone. So right here, same thing, 3 feet. Let it come to the middle section of paving, third gear. Looking down through the corner, planning that route up the hill. Excellent job straightening that wheel with the crest. Now dragging the brakes all the way through 5A. Try and get that car a little closer to the curbing on the right-hand side of the track. Excellent. So rolling into the throttle, fourth gear. Dragging the brakes through turn 6. Staying to the left, heavier on the brakes, down to third gear on the approach to turn 7 there. that, start opening up our vision a little bit more. Now upshift to fourth gear for a brief moment, then back to the brakes with the 2 sign. We're darting that vision from our turning cone to our apex cone here. Now you're looking through that corner, finding your next apex cone and adjusting the steering to get close to it. Up to fourth gear. Also, if you don't feel quite comfortable using the paddle shifter, you can leave it in manual fourth gear mode. Heavier on the brakes, coming up to turn 3, down to third gear. Consistently adding that steering. So remember that, Mike, consistently adding steering. Every time you come through that corner, I want you to say it. Consistently adding steering with that steering wheel all the way through turn 3 until you get to the apex. Good job making that smooth line through. Try and incorporate all those curvings with your driving. Middle section of paving, using that right hand or left hand side window. Fourth gear, rolling into throttle. Dragging the brakes up, looking for your apexes here on the right. You want to find them sooner rather than later. Light throttle help push you out to your turning cone. Make sure you're waiting until your front end is right at that turning cone. You're still giving up a lot of real estate between your car and that turning cone. Dragging the brakes through, letting that momentum carry you through turn 6. And heavier on the brakes here for turn 7, down to third gear. Smooth steering through. Turning a little bit late. We've got one more corner, or one more lap here. In third gear, turn 1A. Good. Definitely improving on that proximity to that 1A apex cone. That 1B you're still a little far away from. Rolling into the throttle, fourth gear. Firm on the brakes, that brake marker. Down to third gear. Consistently adding steering. Just got to turn the steering wheel a little bit more. Get to that curving. Fourth gear, entering the S's. A little tight there. Braking in a straight line. So remember, there is still an apex cone there in the ball. We've got to try and get that car on it. Proximity there, following that strip all the way to that turning cone. Good. Rolling in the throttle down the hill. Firm brakes at the start of the curving, bringing it over. And heavier on the brakes down to third gear. Alright, excellent work there, Mike. We're going to slow it down here. We're going to do our first rotation. So go ahead and bring your car over to the right-hand side of the course for me, Mike. And Doug and David, go ahead and come up behind me here on the left. And Mike, you're going to drop back in behind David's gray, number 92. Alright, make sure I got all my drivers here. Alright, looking good. Start rolling into the throttle here. Alright, so we don't need to bring it over to the left so soon. Look at where you're driving. So you're driving in that blend lane. Imagine if somebody just entered the racetrack. If they didn't see you, you would be in their car with them. So remember to let that car stay out to the right a little bit longer. Coming out from that turn 2. Fourth gear through, entering in Doug and David. Focus on smooth fluid inputs. Firm brakes entering, down to third gear. So So enter closer to that near apex. We want to be about 3 feet from it. You're about 15 feet away from it. Fourth gear for the launch pad. Right at the start of the curbing on the right. Start rolling off that throttle and steering over to the left. And now dragging the brakes up the hill. Got to get to that curbing. Go about 3 feet wide. Third gear by your turning cone. Wait for your turning cone. Turn quite a bit before that turning cone. Fourth gear. Also, gentlemen, you can upshift on your own at 6,000 RPM. And heavier on the brakes. Wait for your turning cone. Third gear. Alright, didn't quite get on that curbing there on turn 7. I want to see everyone's tires getting on the apex curbing. Down to third gear. Alright, unwind, accelerate, so follow my line through here. It's going to gradually bring it over to the left. And Mike, make sure we're looking for these cones. You don't want to just follow the car in front of you. Look for the cones. Think about what they mean. Turning cone and apex cone, want to be close to. We can't have you turning in from turn 7 on the far right-hand side. You can't be making a 90-degree angle with your car. Alright, massaging your way through here, Doug. So follow through with me. I'm making a straight line from the apex here, right into the ball. I'm almost following those black tire marks that lead right off the track. Don't worry, that wasn't from a Corvette. That way you can keep your steering wheel straight and brake in a straight line, so you can effectively slow the car down enough to make it through. So we caught the other group here. We're going to be getting some space from them as we come around. So follow my entry through here. I'm dragging the brakes. I'm bringing it down tight sooner. So the sooner the better in this particular corner. There is a limit to how soon, but all the way to that turning cone and then looping it down. You'll have to adjust more steering there for 5 feet. And staying over to left, kind of riding that curbing, and then start turning for this kink before you come to the kink. You don't want to wait until you're at that apex cone and then start steering. So we're going to get some space here and get our group gathered back up. Alright, turn 7, getting to that curbing. So follow through with me. We always wait till we cross the double orange cones before we bring it over to the right. So that's what I was waiting for. So everyone just tuck in nice and tight with me here. We're going to let that other group get some distance on us.